to build a lithium business in South Arkansas.
El Dorado, a city named for mythical golden roads, became a boomtown for the liquid gold beneath it. But the oil business is drying up.
With the oil industry being what it is and chemical industry, and we've done that for so many years, diversity is great.
Diversity is more like a necessity. Luckily, necessity is the mother of invention.
To power all the batteries in America's future, we're going to need lithium. Millions of tons of it. Right now, we make less than 5,000 tons in this country. But just like the discovery of oil in this place about 100 years ago, the answer might be a couple of miles below our feet in South Arkansas. The trick is getting it out.
The company said small-scale drilling can begin very soon, but the oil giant expects to be up to full production by 2027. And their claims in the Smackover Formation could produce enough lithium for more than 1 million electric vehicles by the end of the decade.
And we are now moving at breakneck speed to become the lithium capital of America.
Two major energy companies are about to step on the accelerator towards a new future.
And the fuel under the hood is going to come from right here in Arkansas. We first told you about the potential of a lithium gold rush in our state 2 years ago.
As THV11's Rolly Hoyt shows us, cities in South Arkansas could soon return to their boomtown days.
Lithium in Arkansas, we've been reporting on it for years. The biggest companies in the world are looking to cash in, and now government scientists have put an estimate on just how much of this resource is sitting waiting to be tapped in South Arkansas.
This is some pretty bad news for Arkansas or people who reside in Arkansas, and this is the type of news that we need to jump on right away. Make sure to save this article any way you can, because I feel like this article will play a very important role in the future. And if any kind of strange weather event were to occur in Arkansas where the whole state would be wiped out or certain parts of the state would get wiped out, then this will pretty much confirm our suspicions about what also took place in Asheville, North Carolina. And I'm talking about if anything were to happen, even if a single lightning bolt were to come down and cause a massive brush fire, this article is very important to remember. Now, I'm reading this article from THV11, which was published on October 22nd, 2024. The article is titled, "Lithium Source in Arkansas Could Meet World Demand 9 Times Over, Study Says." So suddenly, Arkansas has now become the lithium source of the world. Now, what's interesting, there are two companies, Piedmont Lithium and Albemarle Corporation, that do have contracts set up by the Department of Defense to mine lithium in North Carolina. Western North Carolina is the focus of this large mining project, but mainly the Kings Mountain area. But news and media let it slip out that Asheville has the largest lithium deposit spot that could supply the world. 3 weeks ago, after Hurricane Helene, I made a video that was titled, "Warning, this is why Hurricane Helene destroyed North Carolina." And in that video, I had spoken about how these companies had contracts to harvest lithium in the same area that Hurricane Helene had hit the hardest. But in that video, I had posted a couple articles as reference, and in these articles, they were saying how Asheville was the hotspot for lithium deposits. Take this article here from the Asheville Citizen Times, which was published on February 6, 2023. This article is titled, "Lithium Mines Near Western North Carolina, Asheville Area Businesses and the Suddenly Vital Metal." There were also a couple other articles, which suspiciously you cannot find anymore on the internet, that said how Asheville will be one of the main players when it comes to electronic vehicles and lithium. Now, stupid me, I didn't save those articles when it came to Asheville and lithium, but now that we have articles coming out where they are saying how Arkansas could meet the world demand 9 times over when it comes to lithium, we definitely, like I said, need to be on top of this and save these articles. This is our talking point. This is our proof that they are using the weather to target specific locations, not only for the land, but also for the minerals. Now, continuing to read this article, it says, a study completed by the USGS found that there are lithium reserves located under southwestern Arkansas that's estimated to be between 5 and 19 million tons. That is indeed a lot of lithium. And you have to ask yourself, how many people, how many homes, how many businesses are on top of these lithium reserves? And it's going to be the same old song and dance like what we saw with Maui, like what we saw with North Carolina, where these people, they are going to be asked to sell their property, but they're going to be offered much less, way less than what it's worth, and they won't be able to find or buy another home. So they're not going to want to move. And so out of nowhere, nature is going to make them move. But we know it's not nature. When we call it out, when we say, hey, it happened again, just like with Maui, just like with North Carolina and other places that are suspiciously taken out after a contract has been set in place to harvest these minerals or these ores, we're going to have news and media flood everywhere and say that it's just a conspiracy theory. It's just a crazy, kooky conspiracy theory. Well, it happened again. And it happened again, and it happened again. We're just going to go ahead and get to some important parts in this article. So a new study conducted by the United States Geological Survey, the USGS, and the Arkansas Department of Energy and Environment discovered a method to quantify the amount of lithium present in brines located in a geological unit known as the Smackover Formation, if that isn't an ominous name. But continuing with the article, it says, lithium is a critical mineral for the energy transition, and the potential for increased United States production to replace imports has implications for employment, manufacturing, and supply chain resilience. So again, lithium is a very important and hot mineral for quite some time now. The article continues to say, and this is very important, our research was able to estimate total lithium present in the southwestern portion of the Smackover in Arkansas for the first time. We estimate there is enough dissolved lithium present in that region to replace United States imports of lithium and more. There's been more attention to research like this, and I'm sure there has, as the global demand for lithium has grown significantly over the recent years. Experts expect the high demand to continue due to how crucial lithium is to battery production, along with a projected trend towards the usage of more electric and hybrid vehicles. One of the problems that people would face in southern Arkansas, and there is a population of over 3 million, just like the people in Kings Mountain, North Carolina, is that if somebody comes in to try to buy this property so they can mine this mineral, they would be offered, again, much less than what their homes are currently worth. Now, in southern Arkansas, the homes are, or the average home is around $250,000, and again, they would get much less. So you're going to have people in southern Arkansas, just like people in North Carolina, protesting that they don't want to move. One, they're going to have difficulties buying another home, and two, they like the area that they are in. They do not just want to get up and leave. Well, there is a big problem for the people, a massive problem for the people in southern Arkansas. They are currently sitting on top of the world's largest mineral spot that the powers that be deem critical for the future.
For the meeting, when we meet for the 20th Governance Summit, you will use the app like Uber, but not anymore to call some driver, but automatically guided car, a self-driven car, will come to your hotel or wherever you are and will bring you to the airport. No, Los Angeles is one of the cities with the heaviest traffic, who told me in 2030 Los Angeles will be private car-driven free. This will allow to transform highways into parks and other public spheres.
So people who are listening to this video, who are watching this video, if you live in southern Arkansas, I would definitely think of some plans now. Just my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do. But again, we have seen these stories time and time again. Because listen to this, the article continues to say, in terms of the United States, the country relies on imports to sustain over 25% of its lithium. That's where the extraction of lithium in Arkansas comes into play, as USGS researchers believe that there's enough lithium in southern Arkansas to cover current estimates lithium consumption for the United States. That is not good. That's not good whatsoever. And if you feel like or believe that these people are going to get a good amount of money for their property or this land, just listen to what people in North Carolina are saying. Residents who live around the proposed site are concerned they won't be able to find a new place to live if they are forced to move from their homes. Deborah Dixon said she has been told her family's home along Park Race Road is just outside the proposed mining site, but not quite far enough away to be spared from its impact. I have a lot of concerns because we have had this place paid off for about 15 or 20 years, Dixon said. Dixon said she has no issues with turning the tract of land near her home back into an active mining site. She is concerned that a potential buyout of her property won't be enough for her family to afford a new mortgage elsewhere. They want a fair trade. Just listen to what people in Maui were saying. When people came to buy their lands, they said they were being offered peanuts. They were not being offered what the actual value of the property is worth. So again, not always will you get the market value of what your home is actually worth. Some people don't even care about the money. Some people are familiar with their neighborhoods, the people. They don't want to start all over again. So they protest. They do not want to leave. The USGS said that the low-end estimate is 5 million tons of lithium present in Smackover brines. This could be equivalent to over 9 times the International Energy Agency's projection of global lithium demand for electric vehicles in 2030, according to researchers. So even the low-end estimates of what Arkansas holds will still hold 9 times the amount of lithium that's required for their 2030 agenda. This topic is really starting to gain steam because we have another news agency, The Hill, that published an article on October 21st, which is titled, "Researchers say Arkansas may have 19 million tons of lithium critical for battery power." So again, make sure to save these articles because like I said, these articles are going to play a very important role in the future. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.